There have been a couple of times where I've mentioned that I have a Chinese knockoff replica Bach Stradivarius Trumpet, and I was going to do a video unboxing it, showing what it looks like and so forth, but it's now been a few months since I've got it, and I thought I'd do a video now demonstrating the instrument. So if we move the camera down, we will see the case. It looks very nice. I'll twist it around here. We've got the Vincent Bach loader, we've got Stradivarius, we've got these sort of vinyl pretend leather corner cover sections, we've got handle on the top, feet on the bottom, another handle up the top. I've never seen an instrument with so many handles, a shoulder strap that goes from here to here, and this little cover to keep the zip done up when it's in transit. It is a very nice, and back straps in case you wanted to wear this like a backpack. It is actually a reasonably nice case. Inside we have a mixture of interesting components. We have the shoulder strap here, we have a little cutout section here, we've got a mouthpiece receptacle, two mouthpiece holders here. It comes with a pretend 3C imitation megatone mouthpiece. This is already quite tarnished and it's had no real use, but it's equivalent to the genuine Vincent Bach mouthpiece, which I've got here. In fact, you can't really tell the difference from them apart from the fact that this is a genuine one. It's got Vincent Bach 3C stamped on it. This one's just got 3C laser engraved on it. And this one tarnishes so quickly. It's quite incredible. The top part of this case just falls out. There's nothing holding this top moulding in place at all. And the same is true for the bottom moulding. It's just all flobbering around in there. We get two wire cleaners here. One of them is for your mouthpiece, one of them is for your valve casing, and then there's a flexible brush that can go throughout the interstices of your instrument as well. It comes with a photocopied Prelude by Bach warranty leaflet and a instrument guide. It's quite a bad knockoff this. It's quite clearly scanned and then photocopied, or perhaps just scanned by a photocopier. The folds don't line up, and yeah, it's quite poor. But it's got everything there. It says copyright 2003 by Con Selma on the back, so it's pretty poor in the efforts to replicate this. We do get a Prelude by Bach name tag. This is also a bit weird because it's got a bit of laminate sticker on the top that's not cut properly. You can sort of see on the edge there's a bit of overlap there, and actually if I tear that off, yeah, it's just half of the top covering. The top covering comes off, so that's pretty average. There's also a cleaning rod similar to what you'll get in a trombone. There's a hole here where you'd put a cloth, and you can thread that throughout your instrument to clean it out. I've never thought one of these have been much use, but you could actually. That's interesting. It doesn't even fit. It doesn't even fit throughout your down your lead pipe, so you'd only be able to use it down your bell, which has never really been something I've been interested in cleaning before. But this whole section here comes out, like I said before, and it's just pretty cheap molded polystyrene. There's nothing fancy about that whatsoever. Now onto the trumpet itself. It is actually quite nice on first glance. It's got these very nice looking power abalone valve caps, which look very nice. It's got gold beveled edges around the top of the valve caps and these part of the valves here. We've got matching gold plated valve bottoms. The holder for the third valve tuning slide is also in gold. The water keys are in gold as well. And if we extend a tuning slide, these are also gold as well. So on first glance, it looks every bit the part. The first and third tuning slides came in and out, or still do, go in and out quite smoothly, not as smooth as the day I got it, but nonetheless it's quite a nice instrument to hold. It's got Prelude by Bach. Yeah, Prelude by Bach, laser engraved on the top there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's got TR 500S or something up there. Now this is the part of the instrument where you would normally have a serial number of a Chinese made instrument. This instrument doesn't have a proper serial number on it anywhere that I've found so far. Now there are quite a few water spots on the metal, because what I've purposefully tried to do is see how this instrument would stand up to just general use without a lot of maintenance on it. And as you can see, these water spots have started to take a little bit of a hold on the metal. That's nothing that wouldn't come off with a bit of wiping. You wouldn't even need any polish, but it's not resistant in the least to any of that sort of behavior. I've also noticed that the metal coverings on the tuning slides are also very, very thin and quite poor. You can see here where the corrosion, just from general use, has gone all the way through the very top coating of metal, and down this end we're starting to get a little bit of rust. That's quite disappointing, but it's to be expected. This trumpet cost $280. It wasn't exactly an expensive piece of equipment. Now what I've done to try and elongate the longevity of this instrument is ensure that the valves slides are greased. They weren't, or they were just sort of lubricated but not greased out of the factory, and I thought something like a hard-wearing grease, even something like Vaseline, will keep the valves coated, keep them away from the air, and therefore prevent oxidization, because petroleum jelly is not oxygen based. It's a hydrocarbon, I believe. I can't remember my chemistry from school. But anyway, this is the instrument here. For $280 delivered, that included delivery, it looks the part. But the question, of course, is, does it sound the part? Well, getting out my fake 3C mouthpiece to put on it, we don't have the usual problem with Chinese mouthpieces where it actually fits. With some Chinese mouthpieces, they don't fit at all and they just sort of rattle around in the end of the lead pipe. Not so with this mouthpiece, it actually fits in the instrument. As with all trumpets, it's really up to the trumpet player whether this is going to sound nice or not. The intonation is tolerable, the tuning is tolerable for everything apart from one note that I've found so far anyway. The C octave is completely sharp. What I mean by that is if we take the first harmonic of the instrument and play that note up an octave, we get something that is a lot sharper. It's not a perfect octave. It's not a lot, but if you are an intermediate to professional player, it's going to make the difference between whether this instrument is worth spending $280 on or not. But anyway, as I said, it cost me less than $300. It was $280 delivered. It was a fantastic investment for that price, because I don't play trumpet out anywhere. I play it for my own enjoyment, and I don't have a nice trumpet. This, for me, qualifies as a nice trumpet. It's not the genuine thing. The genuine thing just feels nicer. But if you were a person who wants to play trumpet and don't want to go out and spend a lot of money, then absolutely I'd recommend something like this. If nothing else, buy it just for the valve caps and the various components that are in gold trim. If you've got a silver plated trumpet, I believe there is nothing sexier than gold trim around the instruments. Now, genuine power valve caps from Bach are like $150. It's the price of buying a brand new mouthpiece. This instrument was $280, and it comes with all the gold trimming. It's fake gold trimming. It's not real gold, or it's not anything like that, but if I had a silver-plated trumpet, and I was a professional player and cared about bling, I would buy a trumpet like this just to get all the gold pretty fittings off it and steal it and put it on an actual trumpet. So anyway, this is a video posted as a response to a viewer's question asking what I thought of this trumpet. The answer is I think it's very sexy. It doesn't seem to have a lot of longevity, but like all instruments, its longevity is going to be increased and augmented by how well you look after it. I'd recommend, if you're having like your main tuning slide extended on a permanent basis, ensure there is some sort of grease on it to prevent rust and oxidization. Ensure that you keep your third and first tuning slides, the ones that go out quite frequently, ensure that you keep them well lubricated. And a trumpet like this I'd recommend for any beginner to intermediate level player. I think as an investment, I think it's a surefire way. Once a child is getting more serious about music and is looking into playing some real professional level stuff, then this isn't for you. But if you've got somebody that's having a foray into the world of trumpet playing, then absolutely I've got no issues with recommending a copyright infringing Chinese-made Bach Stradivarius trumpet. Thanks for watching.